Hello there, my name is Anita and this is my sewing channel, Sewing Yogi. Welcome. If you are a subscriber, then thank you for coming back, and if you're not, then please do. If you like what you see today, hit the subscribe button. So today I am back with some plans for February, and I had one thing in my mind, and when I've got one thing on my mind, I really find it difficult to think of other things that I want to sew. I'm quite one-tracked, and I become a little bit obsessed with the one thing that I'm doing. So I will talk about what I'm going to plan for on the February, but first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who commented on my last vlog and all the lovely new subscribers that I have gained. And thank you for making me feel normal, or thank you for making me feel slightly less crazy, for really helping me with my crazy mind. So I'd said in my last vlog that I do struggle with my head and my voice in my head that tells me that I'm no good and I'm rubbish, and it stops me from vlogging. Well, I've had some lovely comments. Thank you so much if you commented. I really do appreciate everyone that commented and helped me to feel much better about myself. So yeah, and you know, it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing struggle. I have had it a few times in the past couple of weeks where I've just about to vlog and then my mind tells me, no, don't do it. So it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you to everybody. I really do value every single one of you. It really does fill my heart with joy. Honestly, I can't tell you, because I am someone that overthinks, and yeah, I won't go into it again, but you know that I'm not great with my mind sometimes. So anyway, on to my February plans. For my first make, I have chosen a pattern that I have had a while and I haven't really seen anyone make, so I was a little bit cautious. I'm not particularly that confident in doing trousers. I think I have made a few pairs, but only more flared kind of palazzo style pants. I haven't made anything, actually that's a lie, I have made some jeans. I made the Mia jeans and I think I messed them up a little bit, so I'm cautious about doing trousers, jeans, anything like that where I've got to fit the actual item to me. So anyway, I have decided I'm going to go for it, and I have already started this. So I am going to make the McCalls. Now this number on here says 7547. I have noticed that they've changed the number for this pattern, and it is actually now 8162. So I've got it written on a piece of paper behind me. So yeah, and this is an overalls pattern for a we call them what do we call them? Overalls, dungarees. So we call them dungarees here in the UK, but they're also known as overalls. And there's also jeans that you can do, and then there's also the kind of short version of the overalls. Now you can have a straight leg, or you can go crazy and make a nice flared leg. So I'm going to be brave and I'm going to make this version with the flared leg and do the whole overalls. And I don't know why, but I'm a bit obsessed with the idea of having some overalls. And I've seen quite a few people make them recently. I know Karen from So Little Time made some, and a few other people have made some. Now I'm going with a flared leg because I thought it would be easier to fit. And also, I'm a little bit in love with the idea of having some that look a little bit similar to Felicity Kendall's in The Good Life. Now, if you live in the UK, you'll know what this is, especially if you're over a certain age as well. Back in the 70s and 80s, there used to be a TV show called The Good Life, and there was a wonderful lady in there called Felicity Kendall, and she always wore overalls. And I absolutely adored that programme when I was little. I really loved it, and I loved Felicity Kendall. So I am calling them my Felicity Kendalls, and that's what my husband knows them to be now. So I'm going to make some of these, and I have some denim that I purchased from Minerva, I think about 2 years ago now. And it is I've looked it up, and it was a 280 gram weight denim. What that means, I do not know, but it is fairly lightweight. So I'd say it's more almost of chambray kind of weight, because it is very lightweight. So here it is. I've already cut into it. So, and yeah, it washed kind of strange as well, because I've got crease lines in there, which I've tried to iron out, but they won't come out. I'm hoping they'll wash out when I wash it again. But I'm not too concerned, to be honest. But yeah, it's quite lightweight and it's quite drapey. So I'm hoping it's going to work, but already from what I've done, I'm really liking them. I just hope they fit, because I did do a little bit of fitting. I have tried my best to do some fitting, but we shall see. So yeah, that is in the process of being made, and I am going with a silver buckle on the top. And so I've gone with a white top stitching, and I think it really looks really nice. I prefer the contrast of the indigo blue and white top stitching. I'm not that keen on the gold traditional top stitching, I've got to be honest. Every time I've kind of thought about it, I'm like, I'm not that interested in doing the gold. I don't really particularly like things to look too shop bought, if that makes sense. I don't really want it to look like it's been purchased from, you know, a ready-to-wear shop. I like the fact that it's going to look completely different, and I like the fact that it's a look unique. So for me, I've gone with the white top stitching, and I think it is looking really, really good. The top stitching on this is like, there's loads of it. So I've never made anything where it has a lot of top stitching before. So this is a challenge. And yeah, last night I was probably did the same area, and I was on it for about an hour. So unpicking and then doing it again, unpicking and then doing it again. So the sizing that I am going to go with for this, I have chosen to go with a size 12. Now originally I did size up at being roughly a 14, because it says for a 14 it's a waist of 28 inches and the hip of 38, which is what I am. But then when I cut out the actual pattern, it just looked very big to me, and when it said on the inside of the pattern for the hips, it was coming up at something like 40 something, what did it say, 40 and a half inches, and I thought that was probably quite a lot of ease. I didn't really need that. And then I also measured the crotch length with tape measure, and kind of wanted to adjust as to what I felt like I needed to make any adjustments on that. Thought that I did. So I made a quick twirl of the 14, and when I tried it on, it's huge. So I've gone with a 12, and I have made some adjustments to the crotch length as well. I didn't retwirl it, so it may work, it may not work. We shall see. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm really excited about these. I have no idea whether they're going to suit me, and I really don't know where I'm going to wear them. But I don't care. I want some Felicity candles, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, but yeah, that's one of my first things that I'm planning to do this month in February. So for my second make, I wanted a top that's going to go with the Felicity candles, the overalls. And I had some fabric that I purchased, I think it was last year, I'm not sure, from Minerva again. And it's a Lady McElroy jersey. I think it's a cotton jersey. And, oh, is it a viscose jersey? I'm not sure. It could be a viscose jersey. It feels more softer and a little bit drapier. So yeah, I bought this fabric, and it has little red flowers with little blue and green flowers. It's a little combo on there. I think I bought a metre. I don't think I bought any more than that, because I knew I just wanted to make a top with it. So I thought about making the Agnes top, I think it's called, from Tilly and the Buttons. And I thought that might go well underneath these overalls. I've never made that top before, but I bought the pattern ages and ages ago. So I would quite like to make it. And there's a few versions of that Agnes top that you can make. I think there's one with like a puffed sleeve. There's another version that has a V-neck and a sort of ruched effect at the front of the neckline. And then there's a standard one where you just have straight arms and a crew neck, I think. I quite like the idea of having the V-neck and the little ruched bit on the neckline, but I will see, because it may not work with the overalls. You may not be able to see that detail with the bib being up at a certain height, so I may just make the crew neck. I will have a look at that when I start to make it. But yeah, for that one, I'll probably make a standard size I normally do with tilling the buttons, which I think is a size 3. And that will be just for, I think it's chest size, a 34, 35 roughly. So yeah, and everything I've made to the buttons has always come out really, really nice. So I'm hoping this will look really good with the overalls or my Felicity candles. So yeah, that is my second plan. And so for the third thing that I wanted to make for February was a yoga bag. Now I have many yoga bags, as I have collected them over the years. People have bought me them, or I've bought them myself, or I've got a mat with the bags. So the mat I have right now is super, super heavy. It's just too heavy for me, and I have to walk a little bit of a way, probably about half an hour walk to where I need to get to. And by the time I'm there, my shoulders are absolutely killing me. So it'll either go on one shoulder or the other shoulder, and whichever shoulder it's on, it just absolutely kills me. So I wanted to make a yoga bag. Now I wanted to also incorporate my free pattern thing that I'm doing every month. And so I wanted to find a free pattern, and there's quite a few free patterns out there for yoga bags. However, the one that I want to make is perhaps a little bit more unique to what I think is going to work better for me and my back. So I may have to make one up slightly. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm going to have a look at a few patterns and see how to put it together, a bog standard one, and then put straps on it completely differently. So what I want is 2 straps so that I can actually put it over both of my shoulders and it will sit dead center down my spine. And I'm thinking that that's going to be more comfortable. However, I haven't found any patterns that do this, so I may have to just make it up as I go along. So I'm going to see, anyway, I'll keep researching, see if I can see anything, and if I can, that's great. If not, I'm going to have to draft it myself. Ideally, I would like this to be in waterproof fabric as well, but I haven't got any waterproof fabric, and I can't really be bothered to go searching for any. So yeah, I have found some fabric out, and I don't know how much I've got of this, but I bought it for something else and I didn't really like the quality of it. It was a polycotton, but it has cherries on it, and it's completely fine for crafting. I think I bought it for something else. I can't remember what I bought it for, but I was unsure of the quality. So I'm going to perhaps maybe use that, and if I haven't got enough, I will just use some scraps of fabric that I've got, maybe some fat quarters that I've got, and patch up a bag out of that. I'm not really concerned about when it looks too much, because it's more practical for me. So yes, I'm going to do that and then see how I get on, because I feel that perhaps it's something that maybe more people might like. I can't see anything out there on the market that is like this. You tend to just get the standard bags which go over the shoulder or over across the back. And like I say, for me, I don't drive, so I have to get the bus or walk everywhere, and can be, and I've heard quite a few of my students say this, it can be quite a pain. I think that is everything that I'm going to plan for February. It's a shorter month, and you know what I'm like, I'm a very slow sewer. So I think 3 things is probably enough. I could go mad and add more things, but then I'm just going to put pressure on myself, and I know I probably won't finish them. So anyway, it's best if I just keep it at 3. And yeah, hopefully I can get those made. And yeah, I hope everybody's really, really well and getting some sewing done. And yeah, I look forward to catching up with you again very, very soon. And as always, sending you all loads and loads of love. So take care. Bye.